because the Albert Hall, to me, it felt very intimate. It's kind of a weird thing because the band were quite close. It didn't really matter where you were in the room. The band felt
the Albert Hall's funny because the PA you put in there, you can put it in, it'll be big and fat out the front, but when you go around the sides, you know, there's this funny thing about the Albert Hall because it's like kind of oval. It's not quite round, and the sides, you know, you've got PA pointing at it, but of course as you go round to it, but if by the time you get round the side, you're almost side on to the stage because, you know, the stage is pointing out that way, and it's because it's oval like this, you're sitting side onto the stage, and you know, like if you're close to the keyboard player, you know, then you'll hear a lot of his wedges, and the mix. It's almost impossible.
I have actually been to a gig at the Albert Hall. I went to see I can't remember who it was. With Dave Grohl in the band. It was a charity night thing.
Foo Fighters, is it?
No, it wasn't Foo Fighters. It was one of his kind of side project bands. They were doing a charity gig there. I remember I was actually sitting at the side of the stage, so it was like I was behind the monitor guy.
Yeah.
And I didn't get the greatest.
It's bizarre.
It didn't get the greatest sound in the world, and some of the private boxes as well. I mean, I remember seeing Ozzy Floyd there back in like 2003 or 2004, and we'd got a box, and it was pretty bizarre because I was sort of looking down at the stage, which so it is a very bizarre venue. I mean, it sounded nice where I was sitting with you because we were by the mixing desk.
The trouble, I mean, I always, my line is to people, I can't sit everywhere, you know, I can't sit everywhere and listen to how it sounds, and I can only mix from where I am, you know.
But that's not your job, is it? Your job is to make it sound right where you're sitting, and the system tech's job is to make it even all over.
What can you do with the room when the PA pointing at you? But what you're hearing, that, you know, because I'm mixing to what's coming off stage, you know, but where I'm sitting, what I'm mixing to what's coming off stage, it'd be totally different than sitting right next to the stage. You know, in front of the stage, you still got it coming forward, don't you? So you can put these little infills down the front, and you can get more of an idea. But round the side, you're listening to probably the keyboard player's wedges or guitarist cabinets over the other side. You know, it's a bizarre place to work, really. But the atmosphere there is fantastic. So it's.
Is that more important? I mean, do people, the general punter, do they turn up and are they going to notice little things if something's missed or someone makes a mistake?
Some do.
But is that some people who've got more of an ear because they might be a musician or, you know, hi-fi enthusiast or whatever?
There are a lot of people who actually go there to have a good time, to actually enjoy a show, you know. I mean, and depends to see David Gilmour.
If you've paid £100 a ticket, then you've bought a ticket to have fun, so...
You would hope so. I mean, a lot of people who don't have the fun are people who haven't paid for a ticket anyway, and just go in to slag it off.
Reviewers and.
I was lucky. We had two review things on it. One there was in Orange. The people from Digigo, the desk I use, they come down with TPI magazine, and we did an interview down there. It was called David Gilmour from front of house, you know. So it was about me and the system. And, that's TPI magazine, which you can get the current issue, of course, and have a look. And then Light and Sound International, you know, that was one I picked up the other day, and that was a really nice, you know, Steve Moles did a nice write up on there. Not only of me, that was Lights as well, so everyone got a mention, but the other one was more about front of house sound.
I don't want to just talk about David Gilmour because you're kind of on that tour and I've seen you do it. To him and some of the other acts you do, like Zucchero and whatever, do they get involved in front of house at all? Do they come out and go do this?
No, just let you do your thing. I mean, with David and Zucchero and people I like to work with, you know, and I tend to work with, you know, if they started interfering in what I was doing, I probably wouldn't do it because, you know, it's like having a dog and barking yourself, isn't it? You know, you know, if you employ someone to do a job, which is great about David's, you know, the whole system, you know, you get invited to do the tour and offered the job of doing it, and they assume that you can do what you're paid to do. You know, it's not. Why would people come and tell you what to do? You know,
of course.
If they would do that, why would they pay you? And then what was I? Monkey and just tell them what to do. And
Yeah, might as well.
In fact, funny enough, about 3 weeks ago, I got offered Prince.
Right.
And that's the 4th time I've turned it down. Because I've turned it down, I say 4 times now, and I wouldn't want to get. He fires a lot of people. He don't let you touch the desk. He don't let you do anything. And I think, what's the point? There's no reason to do it.
You'd be called in to operate his show rather than you being allowed to do your thing as.
Yeah, as a sound engineer, again, if I'm out there doing that's the bit I enjoy. Why would I go out there to enjoy? I certainly wouldn't enjoy someone telling me what to do on how to do it. It's bizarre. It's like,
it doesn't make any sense at all, does it? I remember hearing an interview with I think it was with Woody Allen, and he said that an actor came up to him once in the middle of a film and said, you haven't directed me once this film. And he went, what do you mean? He said, well, usually, the directors are saying, I want you talking from there, I want you to put more emotion. He said, well, I cast you because I expect you to know what you're doing. And he said, that's why I spend twice as long casting as anyone else, because if I spend twice as long casting, then I don't have to do any time directing. Because if you pick the right person for the job, you don't have to tell them what to do.
Exactly. No, it's funny, because if you get a production manager, a very good production manager on a tour, they will choose and they will find people that can do the job, which makes their job a lot easier. Otherwise they'll be out. Every question has been, they'll be dragged out of the office and answering all the questions that someone else. I mean, I wouldn't want someone else. So I had a tour. I forget what tour it was years ago, and someone said to me, if you've got any problems, just come and see me. I said, if I've got any problems with anyone or anything, I'll sort it out myself. Because why would I run to somebody else? I don't need to run to anybody else to tell them,
Tell them what,
I'll ask them if they can go and tell blah, blah, blah. I don't do that.
I hear stories, I'm not going to name names, but I've been on tours and heard stories where you can't address the person on the tour directly. You have to.
No, I mean, if I've got a question to ask anyone, I'll ask the person. We've worked together.
Exactly, yeah.
If I've got a beef with something, or if I've got a question to ask someone, or some input, I'll go and see the person. I don't need to see the production manager or stage manager or anyone else. My time is with the musician, not with anybody else, because that person, as much as they like to put themselves in a position, they will not know what I'm talking about. Whereas a musician will, because I talk. That's a sort
if you want to ask someone to take some bottom end off their guitar on that song or that bit,
I don't talk to anyone else, because no one else knows what I'm talking about. If I'm talking to the girls in your particular band, I'll go and address them and talk to them, and if it'll work, it works, and or a vocal arrangement that blah blah that they might want to try, or because I'm there to not only just sit as a sound engineer, I have an input to musically to make it better. If I can make it better, I don't go there to waste people's time or to make it rubbish. And that's not what I get off on, the fact I can mix something and make something better.
You're obviously listening as a musician when you're mixing.
No, I mix as a musician, I mix as an engineer, I mix as a musician.